1932, Australia faced an unexpected enemy. 20,000 emus invaded farmlands, determined to feast on crops. Farmers, desperate, pleaded for help. But what happened next? Soldiers were deployed, armed with machine guns. Sounds crazy? Yes, it is. This bizarre saga became known as the Emu War. Imagine this: military personnel aiming at large flightless birds. The plan? To cull the emu population. Men armed with Lewis guns arrived, ready for battle. They thought this would be a walk in the park. But the emus had other plans. First attempt? Total disaster. The soldiers spotted a flock, but the birds quickly scattered. Emus dodged bullets like pros. They were fast and clever. One soldier even compared them to Zulus, warriors who couldn't be stopped. The soldiers, with their military training, were utterly unprepared for the cunning and agility of these birds. It was a stark reminder that nature has its own rules and strategies, and in this case, the emus were winning. Day after day, the men struggled. Rounds of ammunition flew, but the birds outsmarted them. On one particularly frustrating day, only a handful of emus were killed, while thousands continued to roam. The soldiers became increasingly disheartened. They were armed to the teeth, but found themselves in a bizarre game of cat and mouse, where the cats were losing. The media caught wind of the chaos. Headlines shouted, "Soldiers outmaneuvered by emus." Public opinion turned against the military's bizarre strategy. People began to see the humor in the situation, with many citizens rallying behind the emus, almost as if they had become national heroes. Within a week, the operation lost its steam. But the farmers, they were still desperate. Their crops were at stake, and they were running out of options. With emu attacks continuing, there was a second attempt. Emus were invading farms like it was an all-you-can-eat buffet. This time, they were slightly more successful. But even with thousands of rounds fired, the emus remained resilient. Think about it. 986 birds confirmed killed with nearly 10,000 bullets. The sheer numbers were staggering. It wasn't just a war. It was a testament to the emus' resilience and adaptability. Wild, right? The soldiers faced an enemy that could withstand machine gun fire. They couldn't believe how adaptable and agile the emus were. It shocked everyone to witness how these birds outperformed trained soldiers in survival tactics. The soldiers were not only battling birds, they were battling the very idea of what it meant to control nature. As the months passed, this bizarre operation became a national joke. The Emu War was mocked in Parliament. Some politicians even asked if medals would be issued for bravery against emus. The laughter echoed throughout the country. But for the farmers, it was a grim reality. While the nation laughed, they faced a serious threat to their livelihoods. Even after the soldiers retreated, farmers struggled in vain. Emus remained a significant threat to their crops. By the end of the year, rumors spread internationally. Conservationists in the UK were outraged. They called the culls a massacre on a rare species. The farmers just wanted to protect their livelihoods, finding themselves caught in the crossfire between conservation and survival. Eventually, they turned to barrier fencing and bounties instead. They'd learned the hard way. You can't wage war on nature and expect to win. It was a grim lesson in wildlife control. The farmers had to adapt their strategies, using ingenuity to find new ways to protect their crops without resorting to futile military tactics. The legacy of the Emu War? It's a reminder of the absurdity when humanity underestimates nature. What happened next? Films, musicals, and documentaries. Can you believe how a military operation against emus became so famous? The tale was so outlandish that it captured the imagination of people worldwide, turning into a cultural phenomenon. The story of the Emu War has been retold in various forms, from satirical cartoons to serious documentaries examining the intersections of agriculture, wildlife, and human folly. It serves as a cautionary tale, a humorous yet poignant reminder of the unpredictable nature of the world we inhabit. So, what do you think? Could you outsmart the mighty emu? Are we wrong to underestimate the instincts of nature? Let us know. Perhaps next time, we will think twice before declaring war on wildlife. This tale challenges us to rethink our relationship with the natural world, urging us to find harmony rather than conflict. The emus may have won this battle, but the real victory lies in understanding and coexistence.